My name is Caden. I'm from the Bronx, and I'm here to do fishing, ice hockey, and beat him in ice hockey.
We're in Saskatchewan, and we're going to go to this camp and play hockey. I'm excited for the trip.
I came here to have fun.
Well, it's a very special few days. We are having a culture exchange program from the kids and parents from Kips Bay, right in the Bronx, New York, and they're coming to Big River First Nation, having an experience of sports, culture, and friendship.
The most important thing, that's the cultural experience and meeting people and celebrating people through the game of hockey. It can be intimidating, but these kids are excited. You can see the parents are excited, and this is an opportunity that none of us will ever forget. It's a gift for all of us, and we can't wait to experience. We can't wait to share stories and create friendships, lifelong friendships.
We went there last year, and in 2024 we have them coming to Big River First Nation and on behalf of Big River First Nation, welcome.
When you talk about a cultural exchange program from people from New York and the First Nation here, this is kind of the step one to that.
For us, the cultural exchange is to bring kids together and cultures together and to allow the opportunity for these young kids from New York to come up here and be a part of the Big River Nation and spend time with making friendships, learning culture, creating memories that you'll never forget.
Welcome. We're excited for the next 3 or 4 days. We can't wait.
The kids from Kips Bay, South Bronx, New York are getting the experience of the wide open prairies. We wanted to do something where hockey was important, but wasn't the only aspect of this trip. A lot of it was bonding with the children of the First Nation, hanging with our elders, seeing the teachings of our elders, listening to the stories of the Big River, the history of Big River, the culture, the games of Big River, the TP teachings of Big River. You know, it was all about sharing the culture, sharing our lovely language. Things of skinning, of moose hide skinning, of filleting fish, of quad riding. Things that they had the opportunity to do in New York.
What I'm hearing everyone talk about is it's peaceful, like the open air and the trees, and they're seeing things that they never, you couldn't possibly, living in such a big city. 2 different groups of kids from totally different backgrounds, again, out on the ice. They're playing, they're having fun, they're hanging out together, they're doing things together, and they're just meeting, and I think that's really special too. Yeah.
How better to learn about people and culture and going to someone else's backyard, if you will, and experiencing everything was kind of where we landed with it, right? And 2 different cultures, 2 different places in the world, right? Helping out, taking part, and just really embracing people. Sometimes it's really important to take a step back in our lives and just kind of, okay, I'm gonna learn something new about someplace far away and just embrace it.
Kind of got our own little area. We're not really near anything. The closest center is Prince Albert. So we wanted to bring something to the nation where our kids could participate, and the biggest thing is we wanted to brand our First Nation on education. So we thought, what better thing to do was build a new school. We wanted to attach an arena on it and some other things so the kids had something to do on the First Nation. The biggest thing is we wanted to show that, that education with sports, culture, and rec is the way out. But the way out is right now with like any other place, there's lots of mental health addictions and things in anywhere, and this is a way to, it's a safe haven. This is the safe haven of the community. This is the night where 9, 10 o'clock at night, there's kids skating, kids out playing. We have a skating program on the nation, so what I mean is anybody from K to grade 9, they skate twice a week. And then we've got 12 minor hockey teams, 6 girls, 6 boys teams that play in a structured league.
Certainly it's, I think, my 3rd time being lucky enough to come up here. In fact, I was here when they were first building the Jim Nilsson complex. It has everything for everyone in the community, and it's a place that brings not only Big River Nation, but it brings everyone together from other nations to be able to come up here and spend time with these great people. I really look at it as a privilege.
First of all, I think my dad would be absolutely blown away with complex, and what it's turned out to be. It's become such a hub for this community, and it's become a place for kids to come and play and learn.
For me, the one quality that stood out was just how kind he was and how caring he was. And you hear the stories, they talk about all the little things he did and how important it was for him and how he took his journey and really impacted people in such a positive way. And be able to be in an arena that's named after him and in honor of him, it says volumes about who he is, what he represents, his family.
This particular event, like this cultural exchange, is so special because just seeing, kids from two different parts of the world out on this ice, like playing hockey and having fun, I think just he'd be beyond delighted, to say the least.
And it was the New York Rangers are the ones suggested, how about have a cultural exchange? They have 40 junior Ranger teams in New York. And they said, what we wanted to do is maybe one year you guys come to New York, next year we go there and learn each other's culture. Because at the end of the day, the kids, they're from different cultures, but the kids share so many things in common. So this year, Kips Bay from South Bronx, New York, had came down 8 children and 8 parents and give them the experience that our children had last year when we had 15 girls go to New York.
The number one thing that stood out for me was inspiration. To know that they got on a plane and went to New York, to be able to be there and to go to Madison Square Garden and watch a Ranger game and see where my dad played and skate on the ice there and go to a Broadway play, like that experience.
It was like my dream to skate there. I don't think I would ever picture myself skating there, and I did. So that was really awesome. I enjoyed it because it was with all my best friends. It was just a really big trip, and I enjoyed that because it was with all the people that I loved being around.
We had 5 kids that have never been outside Saskatoon, and we've only had one child that had a passport that ever left the country. So most of our kids have never left there, Saskatchewan, but to go out to see the other side of the world. There's a real world out there, and they were able to see the cultural state of what goes on in New York and stuff. And the same as the kids from South Bronx. A lot of them had never ever left New York City, so they're now here looking at what's going on in Saskatchewan, on a First Nation, learning what our culture, our way we live, the way things It's so eye-opening and wonderful. This is all because of hockey. Hockey brought all of us together.
We talk about hockey and we're trying to teach skill, but more importantly, we're trying to teach the journey and all the byproducts of the game of hockey, and that's from sportsmanship to respect to friendship to discipline, to all these different things, to athleticism, to having fun, to putting a smile on a kid's face.
The game brings people together. Everyone comes from a different background, and then you're on a team. When you're on the ice, you're all hockey players. You're playing a game you love, you're having fun.
It really changed me from the way I was before, and that's amazing because I don't know where I'd be without hockey today.
The greatest gift the game of hockey gives us is the people that you meet along the way and the impact you can have on a community. And that's bigger than any goal you can ever score, any assist you can ever pass. For me, that is the true meaning of the game of hockey.
This was truly an amazing experience, having my children come to Big River to see a different walk of life. The people, they welcomed us with open arms. One thing that our bus driver told us, they're not on a time schedule here. Everything's calm. Time makes us all rush. It makes life rush. Here, my kids have actually iPads. They barely use their phones. They had fun throwing rocks and ponds. Like they said, horseback riding, ATV. They had a good time here.
Because of New York, we don't have as much land space and time. Everything's just up and at him, right? Here's slow pace. He's more enjoying the environment. He likes throwing rocks, going on the horse, going fishing. I want to go ice hockey, playing basketball, and pretty much just doing his homework.
It's been amazing. It's been an amazing experience. Just being here and seeing the scenery, all the green, the nature, it was amazing. No buildings. I hope that he takes with him the respect, the interaction between the family, the community, how close they are, how they help each other. Those are values that only make you grow.
The fact that kids that are not just from the Bronx, he's like, oh, well, they like fishing and stuff like that. I was like, yeah, they do ice hockey here too. It's not just what we have. So it just changed his mindset of certain things, and like, which well, he wants to come back here again, which I'm very, very happy about.
One of my favorite things was riding the four-wheelers. I got to see the countryside, and I learned how to fish, and I got to interact with other people from Big River.
And things that hockey has done for me is meeting new people and coming here to see different things and cultures. Like, everybody here is like calm, and I feel like they don't stress too much about things as we would in New York. So I think I'm bringing back calmness.
The kids had the opportunity to sit down with the elders and learning so many different things, and that's one thing. They're the keepers of this community, and the Kips Bay, we're going to take that back.
They're learning a lot about how Indigenous people live. It hasn't changed in many ways from in hundreds of years, like, you know, caring for Mother Earth, inclusiveness, a sense of community, and living off the land. Like, it's so different and it's so beautiful. I wish more people could learn it because, you know, it's really special.
If I know anything about Big River First Nation, they invest a lot in their kids. They invest a lot in their sport, and not only hockey, soccer, right? And then the Rangers and all that, and the areas that they support, community.
When you talk about Big River up here, the elders, and for me, their leadership and what they're doing for the community up here, it's incredible, and how they're, for me, partnering sport and scholastics and education, and really doing wonderful work in the community. And I think you can see when you come up here just the pride and being lucky enough to be a part of a cultural experience like we just were. It's humbling. To me, it's the greatest gift you can give anyone. And these kids, although they're young, they understand a little bit. I think over time, they'll appreciate it even more. And I know every time I come up here, I am humbled, and I just, it's a gift.
I'm so thankful for Adam Graves and the Rangers, so thankful for Kips Bay and the Bronx. They're walking into foreign territory. They've never been here. You know, coming to a First Nation in where? Saskatchewan. No, it's Saskatchewan. But you know what? New York welcomed us with open arms, and I think we did a great job welcoming them, and I love it.